If you're a sports fan, make sure you go check out SportsCastr for all of your sports news. Whether you are a Patriots fan or not, this is the perfect way to meet all of your sports needs and is a platform I personally use myself in case any of you guys want to catch me live talking about training camp recaps, etc. I'll leave a link in the description below. What is up, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global back here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about a guy that has really been making headlines throughout the past couple of weeks, and that is the Patriots defensive end and slash linebacker Shilique Calhoun. Now, I made an entire video on the signing when the Patriots did sign him at the time, so if you want to know more about Shilique, the type of player he is, and my thoughts on him at that time, keep in mind, at the time that I made the video and the signing was made, it was around May, like very early May. But nonetheless, it is a video about him and the signing, so if you want to know more about him, I will leave a link in the description to that video below. So Shilique has about 3 years of experience in the NFL. He was formerly an Oakland Raider. He was also formerly a third-round pick, so it kind of speaks volumes to the type of player he is and his ceiling, and just the potential he has for being such an early pick. Keep in mind, he was with the Raiders. The Raiders have never really been the best at player development. Coming to the Patriots, you're just always going to develop way more than you would with any other team. If you're going to have hopes, the New England Patriots are going to bring that out of you. Something that has really worried me about Shilique, though, is that he has really struggled with injuries. It's something that has plagued him a lot throughout his time with the Raiders, and throughout about the 20-some games that he did play with the Raiders, he only put up about half a sack and a couple of tackles. Now, while he has still survived the Patriots' 90-man roster throughout the entire offseason, the big question is, can he make the 53-man roster? Can he take that last defensive end spot on August 31st for the final team roster cutdowns? I mean, look, guys, the Patriots have a lot of guys going for them. They have a lot of great depth with a lot of great guys, so Shilique's really going to have to continue to play and show what he's able to do. But I think something he has going for him is that he's versatile, and that's what Bill Belichick loves. But most importantly, he's versatile in a way that is on Bill Belichick's mind about 24/7, really. Sorry, guys, my mic cut out there for a second, but he's obviously listed as a defensive end, but he's also listed at linebacker, so he's very versatile in where he can play throughout the defense. But again, he's able to play special teams, and that's something Bill Belichick just continues to look to bolster year in and year out, but more specifically this year, because last year, special teams was actually a big issue for the Patriots. I have not seen special teams being so much of a mess for the New England Patriots than I did last year. So if Shilique is able to do some things on special teams and he's able to make an impact and just show that he can be a good depth piece, say a guy goes down on the defensive line and they need someone to go in, that Shilique would be able to do that as a second backup. Now, in the beginning of his tenure with the Patriots, he really wasn't anything. He was not making any headlines. He wasn't really saying anything or being said to be anything in OTAs, in minicamp. Even in the beginning of training camp, we really did not hear anything. It was towards the end of training camp and into joint practice with the Lions that we started hearing Shilique's name pop up. Him saying that he's making plays. He would have had a couple of sacks on the day. And that he's actually getting considerable amount of snaps with the first team. And that's huge, okay? People don't understand how huge that is. Where you're playing with the team is probably one of the most telling things of a player. It really says how the player's performing. It says how, more importantly, the coaches are seeing this player. So if you're playing with the third string, if you're playing with the scout team, if you're playing with second string, but if you're playing with even the first string, it says what the team is utilizing and really just foreseeing you to be. In an interview, Shilique actually said, right now, it's just reps. It's just rotation. It's just another opportunity. Right now, I could be with the ones. Next week, I could be with the twos. I'm just focused on getting better. It doesn't matter what team I'm on. I'm just trying to get better each and every snap. And really, that's the most realistic Patriot answer you're going to get from a Patriots player. But he's right, okay? He could be practicing with the first team right now. He could be practicing with the second team next week. He really just has to continue to play better. And every snap that he gets, he has to make it worth his while. And if he does that, he's going to continue playing with the ones. And he could squeeze in that last roster spot. One of the big things with Shilique, though, is that when he was with the Raiders, he was a guy that actually showed up in preseason, so it was hard for the Oakland Raiders to actually cut him, minus the fact that he was a third-round pick. He would go out in the preseason, show that he was worth a third-round pick, and will go out and make plays. Then he would make the roster, and then he would either A, get injured, or 2, not show what he was made of in the preseason. And that's one of the big things here too, guys, is that the preseason is so much different than the regular season. I mean, you're usually going up against second, third, fourth scout team type of guys. You're not going up against pure NFL stars. In the end, though, the Patriots really don't need Shilique to come in and be a starter. Now, while it would be great to have another gem, they don't really need it, okay? You have John Simon, you have Chase Winovich, you have Michael Bennett, you have Dietrich Wise, and then you have a plethora of linebackers on your team. He's really not needed, but he would serve as really good depth, and with the mix of his experience in the NFL, his ability to play many positions on the defense, and his ability to play special teams, you could possibly see Shilique squeezing his way into making the final roster on the Patriots team for the August 31st roster cutdowns. And the fact that he recorded a sack in the Patriots' first preseason game was a very good way to start things off for Shilique. But that is it for today's video. What are your guys' thoughts on Shilique? Do you think he'll make the team? Do you think he won't? Do you want him to make the team? Do you not? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I promise you, you will not regret it. I give a lot of different great types of content and a lot of big things coming to the Patriots Global channel. Like always, if you guys do want to support the channel, there's always a tip jar, link in the description below. And if you guys want to cop some Patriots Global merch, you are definitely able to do so. Link in the description for that also. Make sure you guys share this video with everybody who knows when you go to the Patriots Global family. And other than that, I will catch you guys in another video.